once again. I noticed that different reactions on my video, and first of all I want to thank people who really try to understand, who are not that much brainwashed, maybe. See, Russia has a very, very big history. We know what is war. We know how it is to lose our relatives in the war. And we know how painful can it be. So yes, I'm sure that Russian people do not kill civilians, usual people. I'm not talking that everybody is fluffy. There is a freak in every family, as a proverb says, but I know for sure that it was never Russians' plan as a country to attack civilians. It was never ever our purpose. And that I'm sure. And again, Ukrainian people, I'm not talking about all the Ukrainian people, no. I have friends there and I had relatives also in Ukraine, and I know that they can be amazing people. But I know that some military and government loyal to them, and they are into Nazism. And again, Russia has a very, very deep and big relations kind of with Nazism. We do not stand it. We know how painful, how cruel can it be. Little remark just to remind, maybe not everybody knows, in the World War II, Russia was fighting with Nazis who killed almost 30 million Russian people. And Russia tries to get rid of this Nazi military, of this Nazism. We care for civilians. We provide them some ways to get out, to stay away from what's going on. And some people, they accept, they do, and they are safe. Please watch the videos which I attached. It is not somebody's fantasy, it is just absolutely investigation of people who live there also, who know the truth firsthand, not from the news or from somebody else. They say that Russian military saves civilians, and they are happy, they're glad that we exist, because what Nazi battalions, Nazi military can do there and can do with people who are not correct in their understanding, what they can do, it is awful, it is cruel. Some people in Ukrainian government, they consider usual people as a cover. They cover with usual people from military, because they know that we Russians, we will never ever attack usual civilians, and that's why they use these civilians to save their ass. I'm sorry, but I know that a lot of soldiers, young guys from Russia. They were brutally murdered. Some of them cannot have children now. Some of them don't have other parts of body. Okay, you are on the war. You can kill people. It's a law of war, awful, but why? Why would you do this? Why would you do such a murder? That is the question. One Ukrainian politician wants to ask Russia for a political refugee because he sees what's going on in Ukraine, what the Ukrainian government does to civilians, to usual people, and he doesn't want to be a part of it. That is what we want to avoid, and that is what we want to battle with. Even New York Times was writing an article about that Ukrainian military, Ukrainian government attacks their own people, their civilians. Try to guess what they will say after that. Try to guess what the whole world will say. Who did it? Oh yeah, and one more thing. Ukrainian government was caught not even once on faking some videos about so-called military invasion by Russian to civil people, innocent people. Was caught on faking it. Faking, not even once, and not only by Russians. Americans wanted to say that Azov is terrorist organization. Azov is a part of Ukrainian military. Would you trust if they fake videos that many times? Would you trust that? Not imagine, you cannot think how people can behave like that. How cruel can people be? You think like it's not possible, but it is possible. And our soldiers, Russian soldiers, faced it. Ukraine and Russia, we are brothers, and we cannot conquer for a long time. And it is not interesting for some powers who won this war. And that's why they provoke once again and again. We almost came to the right conclusion when we did some debates, when we were talking. And almost our presidents came to the right conclusion, and they wanted to sign papers, but it was not what they wanted. I mean, some other powers. That's why they made this fake video to exaggerate, to show that Russians are very bad. Don't forget about it, Russians are bad. For that purpose, they can do any performance, any fake, false, and that's why I don't trust them. Nowadays, videos have a big, huge power, and videos marketing, sometimes how you do it is more important than what's going on really. And they know these mechanisms, and they use it. Ask yourself, who needs it? Who wants it? For whom it is interesting to continue this war? For Russians, we didn't have any reason to go to Bucha. not even a single one. But we also don't want our people to be killed. Politics is a dirty game, very dirty game. And just please, please, don't let them fool you. Have your own brain, have your own sense of what is right and what is wrong. We all feel it. We feel it from the inside. Who's right, who's wrong. Don't trust media, don't trust me, don't trust anyone blindly. Listen to yourself. Listen what your heart says is right. I studied film and TV producing, and I also know that video materials can be absolutely made up. People will always talk, will always say something. Just never trust blindly and believe to yourself, believe to your gods. I don't know. That's what I wanted to say. That's my message. It's very important. Don't trust blindly.